Today we have a very special guest, and she's going to be talking about what she does. So before we get started, if you want to, like, share, subscribe, notification bell, whatever, comment, anything you want to do helps.
Yes, it does.
All right, I'll have you introduce yourself, and
All right.
thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me. My name is Brooke. I'm 27. I was going to say 28, but I am 27. And I have been a content creator on the internet, the interweb, for like 6 or 7 years. And I also make candles, and that's new as of last year. I'm a new candle maker. And then I have so many different online hustles, if you will. So I don't even know where to start with that.
All right. Well, let's start with your YouTube. Since we're on YouTube, we can start talking about that.
Okay.
So what do you do on YouTube?
So I started off in 2016 doing a DVD collection haul.
What's that?
It's like where I just took all of my like 350 DVDs and I just showed them on camera. Very 2016 YouTube. And then after that, I started doing vegan recipe videos and like vegan food hauls. And then I started moving toward like, oh, I'm a vlogger now, and just trying to find my niche. And I settled on ASMR videos probably 4 years ago. And ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which is basically like a tingly sensation that happens in your brain when you hear certain sounds. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I do on YouTube now.
Okay, so can you talk more about ASMR?
Yeah.
Like what? Can anything qualify to be ASMR, or is it? I mean,
I suppose. Like it depends on your preference. Everybody's different. Like some people really like tapping sounds. Other people like eating sounds or whispering. I like whispering sounds. And any just like shuffling of papers, or you could even consider ocean waves or the sounds of like a rainforest to be ASMR. Even if you don't listen for the tingles, you could just be listening for the relaxation of it. A lot of people listen to it as white noise to help them study or to help them fall asleep. Like the sound of a fan could be ASMR to some people. But I mostly focus on just showing things in my life, whether it's stuff I got at Goodwill or just rambling about what's going on in my day-to-day life. So, but in a whisper. Yes.
Yeah, I had a friend on previously, and he was talking about ASMR. And I've never really, I guess, in the way that you put it, I have listened to, ocean waves and stuff like that, but I've never specifically looked for, like, ASMR videos.
Yeah.
But he has, and he was talking about, like, I think it was, like, a lady that was like, talking to, in a soft voice, and like he would use it to like help fall asleep, I think.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
How many ASMR videos have you done? Do you know off the top of your head?
Hundreds. I have done hundreds of videos. I think it's well over 500 at this point over the last few years. And I'm coming up on 50,000 subscribers now. So nice. That's been really exciting. I didn't even know that until CJ was talking. That's my fiance, by the way. He was talking to this girl at a farmer's market about her slimes. And some people do slime ASMR videos. And he was like, yeah, she's got like 5,000 subscribers or something. And I was like, CJ, I think it's more than that. And I checked and I was like, oh, I'm almost at 50, which is a pretty big milestone. So yeah, that was exciting to see. I didn't even realize.
So if you're watching this, go over to her channel, subscribe, so we can get to 50.
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly what we want. Thanks.
Or more.
Or more.
Even if you go over there and it's already at 50, still.
Yeah, you still have to do it.
Yeah.
You're already there. It's free.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of. I'm sorry, I'm not talking into the mic. What kind of ASMR videos have you like? What's out there, and what kind of got you started in the ASMR?
Yeah.
Like, what brought you to that? I
So
guess.
I
Tough
don't know.
question.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Jenna Marbles.
Yes.
Do you remember
Yep.
Jenna Marbles
Yep.
from back in the day?
Yeah.
So she
Yep.
did of like a parody almost of ASMR,
Okay.
and it was just kind of like, I'm trying to be the best YouTuber of all time. So she did a video that had gaming, ASMR, like kids toys, just like a bunch of really popular YouTube things. And I had heard of ASMR before, but I didn't really get it until I watched that video, and I was like, oh, that sounds really nice. Like she was biting into a chip, and I was just like, wow, this is great. And so then I started watching more, and I was already making YouTube videos anyway, so I was like, might as well try it. And once I tried it, I was like, yep, this is good. This is what I like to do. So,
Nice.
and I would do ASMR videos and like regular vlogs, but over time I was just like, the vlogs they're not for me. So
Okay.
I just stuck to ASMR, or it stuck to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something you really enjoy doing?
I
Like,
do.
yeah.
I really like it. It's a hobby. Like I make some money from it, but it's pretty much
Okay.
just for funsies.
Yeah, but and if it, if people use it to help them with whatever, then it's an added
Right.
bonus. Like that's gives you a good feeling when
Yes.
you've helped somebody. Maybe that's selfish to think that.
No, that's
You
true
get a good
though.
feeling.
It's like, yeah, there have been times where I've gotten, I have a PO box, and sometimes people will send me letters or gifts or things like that in the mail, and I got what would you call that? Just a little picture of somebody, and it said class of 2021, and it was just a graduation announcement. And I was like, oh, that's odd. Like, why did they just send me that? Like, there was nothing in it. And then months later, I found in the envelope that I couldn't find it at the time. It was stuck on the inside. But it was a note from her, and she just said, I know you don't know me, but I've been watching your videos since I was 13, and I couldn't have graduated without the support that you've indirectly given me through your videos. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
stuff
man.
like that, it really it makes you realize that you are doing something. Even if you don't know or nobody ever tells you, there is somebody out there that is helped by whatever you're putting out there, or entertained, or felt, comforted, or companionship.
That's awesome. I think people need to realize that, and even just like the internet has done like wonders as far as being able to reach people in that manner, but even your day-to-day activities, actions or whatever, you can really make somebody's day.
Yeah.
And that's really cool that you've done that.
Yeah.
That
I
will
think so
make a grown man cry.
Yeah, that's
Not me, but
no, but some grown man out there. Again, you never know who's listening. There's some grown man out there right now who's
Yeah.
like, I'm
Who's
crying. Just sobbing.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. So, what else do you do?
That's a really interesting question. So, I would say I'm going to talk about the candles next before we get into the juicy stuff.
Okay.
Just
cool.
because. So I started making candles during a manic episode in September 2021.
Okay.
And I was just driving in a car on a road trip, and I got this feeling like I need to start making candles. I had never made a candle before. But I was like, I'm going to buy a logo. I'm going to set up all my Instagrams. I'm going to make sure that I have everything set up so that when I get home from this road trip, I can start my new company. And like $20,000 later, I'm like, I just love candles. So Yeah, I did that on a whim, but I love it so much. And I'm really glad that it happened that way, because it made me like really start a business, whereas I was just kind of like, I just want to do this for fun. And investing so much into it, it kind of gives you that little push to
Yeah.
actually make something happen with it. And so, yeah, I have Storytime Candle Company where I make all sorts of unique candles, from nerdy ones like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter inspired candles
Awesome.
to, right, to
I
just
like
like,
Lord of the Rings,
I
obviously.
think you do, yeah. Drinking wine and watching true crime is another one, and just
Not
like
bad either.
oddly specific situations that I really wanted to put into a candle that maybe you've only ever read in a story or had a dream about. So, yeah, like what would Christmas at Hogwarts smell like? And when you're opening gifts with your best friend Ron, because he's your obviously your best friend, what would it be like there? What would it smell like? What would it look like? And so that's what I try to create with my candles.
I think that's really cool because, you go to the store and you got candles and they're like, this one smells like cookies. And it's like, okay, well, but you're putting like a lot of thought and story into it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with the name Storytime Candles,
Right.
but yeah, it makes it a deeper kind of experience, I guess, in a way.
Yes, that's
But
the goal.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
That's pretty cool. And I've smelt some of the candles. They're pretty good. I don't know if
They're pretty
did I
good.
smell all of them, or
No.
you didn't have all of them there?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
what else do you have then?
You didn't smell my Lord of the Rings candle that I have out now, which is the Shire in the springtime. It smells like white tea and figs and, yeah, frolicking with hobbits and fields and such. And then there is a scent for that, by the way. There is. And then I have Honeysuckle Summertime. That one smells like honeysuckles and fresh air and sunshine. And then, yeah, I have 7 or 8 different scents that are coming out on August 1st. And they're all like fall themed and Halloween themed, except one, which is Waterfalls of Rivendell.
Oh.
And that one is not, it just happens to be coming out at the same time. So, yeah.
Those fall and Halloween themed candles are pretty good. I like that.
Yes, it's a good time to light a candle and stay inside.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now, what like, I guess, what is you got like a setup at, like a candle making setup and like.
I would love to have a better one, but we live in a townhome that does not have enough space. The walls are caving in with how much stuff we have versus how much space we have to store it.
Okay.
And then just having a big dog, a toddler, and the 2 of us in one small house. We don't have a lot of space, so we just make do with what we have. My fiance and I are both entrepreneurs, so we both have just tons of stuff everywhere
Yeah.
all the time.
Definitely happens, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have a dedicated space yet. I would love to have, in an ideal world, second house, like a second kitchen that I could use to have as my like candle kitchen. But that's just someday. Someday soon.
Does your house smell like candles then?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, like 15 candles all at once.
Nice.
So it's a little overwhelming, and I forget too. I was out of town for about a week and a half and I came home and I was just like, oh my God, my house smells good. Like right when I walked in the door, but you get so used to it if you're just sitting in it all the time. So stepping out for a moment and coming back in, I was like, wow, I do make good stuff. This is great.
Nice.
Yeah.
How has the candle business been going then? Like,
It's good.
obviously you're selling them.
Yeah, it's really good. I just got into 2 stores in Pequot Lakes, Minnesota.
Nice.
And then I haven't checked anywhere local because it feels so much more like personal.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was out of town. I was like, oh, whatever. If they say no, they say no.
Right.
But here, I'm just like, oh, if they say no, I'm never going back. I'm going to cry all the way home. So I haven't branched out yet. That's on my to-do list this week, is to go to more stores and try to get some product on the shelves and stuff and make some more wholesale orders. But predominantly I sell on Etsy, and that's going really well. I have almost 100 5-star reviews.
Oh, nice.
So that people are enjoying them, which makes me really, really happy. So that's all that
awesome.
matters. I just want other people to smell them and be like, oh yeah, this is nice. This is good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, like the Lord of the Rings ones, if I got those, I don't know if I would burn them.
Right. And
Like,
that is a thing. I have an artist who I met online 7 years ago, and she does all of my labels for me, and she does such a beautiful job. And so, like, when people see them, they're like, I want to just peel the sticker off and reuse it somehow, or like not burn it and just keep it on the shelf. And because it is like a little piece of art almost.
yeah. I was
When-
wondering about the
Yeah.
labels, how you came up with those, but yeah, you got to get one to keep and one to burn.
Right.
There you go.
Yes. Oh, that would be a
That's-
good idea.
You got any maybe you don't want to say, but any Christmas? Christmas is
Yes.
another good candle time.
I have Happy Christmas Harry. That's my only Christmas candle that I keep all year round, just because people love the smell of it no matter what season it is.
Mhm.
It's a very it's a good masculine homey smell, so people like to just burn it in their homes all day long, even if it's summer. But I have other winter candles that I'm going to come out with that are new, and some that I launched in the very beginning of my candle making journey, and they're going to be making a return this year too. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool. Look forward to seeing those.
Yeah.
I like the Christmas.
Mhm.
Well, I like pepperminty, like Christmassy
Yeah.
smells.
Yes, I
That's
do
one
too.
of my favorite.
Yeah, there's a peppermint, like a peppermint snow smell that I want to come
Oh,
up with, but I
interesting.
just can't figure out what I want to call it. So that's the tricky part, is my candles
Yeah.
can't just have normal names.
Right.
So I'm like, what do I call this that's so oddly specific?
But
I don't know.
that's the fun part too.
Right.
That's tricky but fun, and you do a good job at it. I mean,
Thanks.
yeah, people are going to remember
Yeah.
those names too. It's not going to be like, oh, that was just a candle.
Yes.
It's like, no, that was Christmas at Hogwarts, or
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
You branch out and do anything else? Because I know, like, so Brittany tried making candles,
Mhm.
because she does crafty stuff.
Yes.
But
She's so creative.
yeah, yeah, she is. It bothered the girls too much with the smells and stuff, so
Oh.
we kind of stopped that. But she also did, like, I think did she do wax melts?
I remember she did didn't she do
I can't
soaps
remember.
too?
She did.
I think I
She
swear
did
she
like
did.
she did paw rubs for like dogs and stuff, like balm for their
Yeah.
paws and stuff. I can't remember exactly it was a while ago, but are you sticking to just candles, or are you branching out?
For now, I'm going to stick to candles and wax melts. I would like to someday do room sprays and like fabric sprays and
Okay.
refreshers and stuff. That would be really fun. But for now, I have, obviously, with the investment that I put in, I bought a lot of stuff in bulk.
Mhm.
So like even I would like to add someday a smaller candle, because right now I only have one size. So I would
Okay.
like to do maybe a smaller one, but I have so many 13.5 ounce jars that I'm like, I'm going to stick to this for now. And yeah, just keep working and keep going to markets, keep going to stores, and then as I grow, then I will add some more stuff, but
Okay.
not right now.
Now, so you do wax melts as well as
Yes.
candles. Are all your scents the same as the like you do?
Yes.
You get a scent and you go, I'm gonna make candles and I'm gonna make wax melts with
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yep, I just do it
Cool.
all in the same batch.
Cool.
So makes it easy. And I never make batches bigger than 5 candles at a time. So they're hand poured in small batches.
Oh,
so the
nice.
most I will ever do is like 5 candles and 7 melts in one batch.
Okay.
And people seem to appreciate that they're in small batches like that because they realize, oh, they're doing it themselves, like with
Mhm.
their hands. And that's something that customers always look to, and they're like, oh, it's handmade. That's better than like
Yeah.
in a factory somewhere, you know,
Oh, yeah.
with just machines filling and filling.
Factory with machines, or even a factory worker is just gonna be like, I don't really care about this.
Right.
Like, and
Yeah.
the quality's not gonna be there, and you know.
Yes.
But you actually care, and
Yes.
that's great.
Handmade items have to be made with love. Like there's no
That's
other
true, yeah.
option. It takes too much work to be made any other way.
So you're not only buying a candle, you're buying love.
Love.
So.
Yes. Trademark.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why I also make sure that all of my ingredients and my labels and everything are sourced from small businesses. So
Awesome.
indirectly supporting 5 other small businesses when you support mine. So yeah, everything from my safety warning stickers on the bottom to my wax that I use, the fragrance oils that I use, everything except the jars are from small businesses. So
That's really cool. That's,
yeah.
and honorable, because like, so easy to just be like, well, I'm gonna get the cheapest, like,
It is.
you know, from
It's
this
tempting.
monopoly,
Right.
and it's like, yeah, that's
Yeah, it's tempting.
they don't need any
but
help, those large corporations.
No, they've got plenty of support, which is great.
and slave labor usually.
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
kind of messed up, but
It is.